Hey tubers! Welcome back for another adventure. It's now time to go through the 2023 year-end special of best and worst ATV and ATC deals. I cut back a little bit for 2023. I only brought home 17 machines. Last year I brought home 24. And the big difference was I only brought home 2 Chinese machines. This Kessia, or however you say it, wherever it went to. It was back here somewhere. And that Yamaha Moto guy that was pre-wrecked for me. There's the tail end of it. So, kind of up the quality of what I brought in, which I'm fairly happy about. There were 4 kind of truckload deals, and out of all this stuff, it appears as if there were 3 mega deals. So, let's start out with the worst, and I'll let you guys guess the best. This Honda Recon, I guess I'm going to say, to me it was the most disappointing deal. I found it on Facebook, and the guy told me that somebody had gone through the engine and rebuilt the top end. And I found some indications that somebody poked around on the top end. Rebuild could be another whole discussion. The rings are seized, and when you're able to move the piston up, down, side to side like that, you know that it's pretty much shot. By the way, that indication means the engine has to come off. It probably needs a crank, needs a piston, needs a bore, needs a whole top end, and it also has a welded shifter, so it needs a shifting rod. And by the way, once you get in there, God knows what else it needs. So this thing, it's really easier to find a wrecked one and get an engine, or buy an engine on eBay. About $500 for an engine, another $150 to get it shipped. Other than that, as you look at it, what do I have here? Even going for parts, right? I got 4 marginal tires and wheels. The plastic is pretty much junk. The racks are pretty much junk. I mean, I paid $300 for this. And it just, I'm not sure why this one hit me so hard. I guess when I'm told the story that, somebody's been through the top end and it looks good, and it really wasn't. I guess that's where my disappointment came from. I mean, this wasn't the only dog that ran into my dog patch here, but this one disappointed me the most. This one makes me less sad. It is a Yamaha Moto 4 1984 vintage. I think this is one of the first 4-wheelers that Yamaha put out. Kind of a classic, let's say. It's very, very, very low compression. Even if you dump a gallon of oil down the piston, it's still very, very low compression. Shaft drive also, which makes it a little more work to pull the engine off the machine. I really haven't looked at it that closely. I might be able to get the jug off with it in place. This one less disappointing than the other one, but another one I kind of threw money at and didn't get much for. I paid $400 for this. So last was 3, this is 4. I guess that's $700 I'll never get again. I did enjoy getting both machines. I did enjoy working on both machines. I did enjoy making videos on both machines, but they were both disappointments. Now, at this point, could you guess what I think was my best deal out of all of them? I think my best deal was this Blaster. I've always wanted a Blaster. I finally got one. I paid $500 for this one. It was in a barn sitting for a while, and unfortunately the mice got into the air cleaner. Unfortunately, I didn't do any real research before starting it, like pulling the air cleaner off and looking inside. So when I kicked it over, it inhaled a mouse outhouse. I mean, it inhaled all kinds of carpet fibers and cotton and strings and nastiness. It just held it right into the piston, right through the reeds. Just made a huge mess. But I cleaned that up and cleaned up the carburetor and all. Put her all back together again, and she fired right up. Runs like a dream. Smooth as butter when it comes to shifting. The clutch, perfect. I'm very, very happy that I was able to find one of these. I mean, it's got the, I guess they call it murdered out when they paint them black, but it's got the kitty paint job on it, including the shark on the back fender there. But she runs good. The headlight works. Came with the key. I still have to buy a taillight for it. But other than that, it is absolutely complete and absolutely perfect as you see it. This one here, for me, it's my favorite, and I think it's the best deal. Paid $500 for it, other than putting a lift bar on the back. I think it was another $30 or so. I really had to put no money into it. And once again, to me, it's like a pleasure to ride. It's like going back to the young days of Harvey. I couldn't be happier with this machine. Around me, to get one of these in good running condition, and for a Blaster, you all know that's kind of hard, even if you pay real money for it. You're probably $1,200-1,500 anyway for something, you know, perhaps murdered out like this. So only tying up $500 was a real good deal. Once again, this has to be number one. Going through the videos was a really good exercise. I discovered that though I was still moving, my heart disease was probably crossing over to causing me real trouble in May. In May, I picked up this Polaris Explorer 4x4, and quite honestly, I barely looked at it. I also picked up another Polaris Predator, I think it's called, 200, two-stroke or four-stroke. This is a two-stroke. And once again, barely looked at it. In July, I picked up this Honda 200 ES Big Red, and once again, did nothing with it. Haven't even tried to start it. So that just shows I was already sinking in the beginning of the summer. It's been interesting. I've been told with my heart problems that I might have got it from a vaccine. I kind of think 50 years of bad behavior gave me my heart problems, and it has nothing to do with vaccines. But I'm always amused by some of the stories I'm told, especially health stories. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys go shortly. I just want to say for 2024, I really want to get back out and back moving on these projects. I'm always saying this, but I'm really going to try to do it this year. I really want to move more of them toward more of a completion like I did with the Blaster. It's nice to be able to walk right up to the Blaster, throw a couple of kicks into it and have it running a lot like this this Foreman 450 with the electric shift, right? It's nice to just go up to it, put the key in the ignition, turn it, it's running, and I'm out riding. You know, that's really where I want to get some more of these and get them a little less away from the continuous project stage. Like this guy seems to always be in. Seems that I get this running, get it all set up, get ready to start cutting the plastic and putting a windshield in it and all that. Then I walk up to it, hit the key, and it decides not to start again. And if you guys check my video from last year, you guys could see I put a lot of time and effort into this guy, and it's just fighting me all along the way. One of my subscribers wrote me and said these machines, these Chinese guys, they have a tendency to get 500 miles on them, somewhere around 1,000 hours on them, and he says they just need everything, and it appears as if he's quite right. Even with some bypasses and so forth, it's always cranky and always fighting me about starting. So I don't know. I won't mention its name. If you guys go look up the videos, you'll see it. Generally speaking, my health is improving, though I'm still having trouble with the energy level. My heart is supposedly just fine. It's just a matter of I can't seem to come up with enough energy to get out of my own way. I guess beta blockers and the high dose of statins and everything else they have me on have a tendency to do that. So that's my battle to fight, and I'll have to deal with it. But I'm still up, and hopefully you guys are too. For 2024, I need you guys to take care of yourselves and to do a better job taking care of yourselves than I have with taking care of myself. You know, at the age of 20, you might be able to get away with a lot of bad behaviors, but as the numbers tick up from there, you're going to start paying the price. So try to behave a little bit. Try to eat a vegetable. Try to eat less hamburgers. You know, spending $50 at McDonald's for one meal might be too many burgers, eh? Anyhow, I need you all to keep your feet down, keep your heads up, and I need you all to get out there and enjoy your day, enjoy your year. God bless all and your families. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, and get out there and enjoy. Time is short, so make sure you have fun. Bye now.